Welcome to F1 2018 Career Mode. I'm a big F1 fan, and it's that time again. We get a brand new F1 game. I've heard about all the additions, and I'm very, very excited. So if you guys want to see more of this game, let me know. Leave your likes and comments below. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some sort of F1 game expert. I'm not, but we're going to have some fun with it. I'm okay at best. If you guys want to win a copy of the game, all you gotta do is simply leave a like on it, leave a comment on the video, be subscribed, and you guys will be entered automatically to win a copy of the game. Right, let's check out Career Mode. So the plan is today, set up the driver, select our team, do some qualifying, probably not the race today, but just all like the pre-setup stuff. So now we select our team. This is a very, very big decision. Probably the biggest decision of our career, where we start. So at the moment, Mercedes and Ferrari are pretty much level pegging, very, very even teams. This is Ferrari. This team won't settle for anything less than race victories and championships. They would expect their drivers to perform at the highest level. So there's a lot of pressure from day one. Also in the background now, there's like a preference to how you act as a driver. You can be a showman, which is, actually I'm quite surprised that is the preference for Ferrari. I'm surprised. Yeah, showmanship or sportsmanship, or like an in-between. It's sort of, yeah. Next one is Mercedes. With the pace this team has demonstrated in recent years, drivers will be expected to win races and championships from the very start. Toto Wolff, Brackley in the UK, so they are UK based, which I like. And they like you to be very honourable, a sportsman. Sportsmanship is a big preference for Mercedes. Next up, yeah, showmanship for Red Bull makes complete sense. I'm a big fan of Red Bull. Their chassis is incredible, but they just have a bad engine. A very slow Renault engine. As a team that regularly competes for podiums and victories, they consider anything less than unacceptable. So they want wins, they want podiums, and they want to start challenging for the title. That's what they want. This team are former champions, have been pushing forward once again in recent years. They need drivers to continue to develop the car and compete in a charge to get to the front. Okay, that sounds interesting. I like that. But they're still very much Formula B, so I fancy more of a challenge. Haas has probably been the surprise of the year, probably them and Sauber, I would say. Anyway, they want lots of points, and they are loosely based off the Ferrari team. They get a little bit of help here and there. So they're looking for drivers to take them to the next level. Try and compete against Red Bull, maybe even push for, in the long term, push Ferrari and Mercedes, but I don't think that's going to happen. McLaren, a big team which is struggling. A very unique history, a very long history in the sport. They're struggling. Fight and win. This team are one of the all-time greats. I agree with that. They expect you to be consistent and progress to the front of the field. They want drivers who can deliver from the very first race. So there's already pressure at McLaren because it's such a big team, but the car's bad. Got a Renault engine in it. The chassis isn't that great. Alonso might be your teammate. It's a bit scary, and they like sportsmanship, which is what I would expect. Force India, a very interesting team, very good engine, fairly good chassis, a very small team, but they always seem to outperform every year. This year they're struggling a tiny bit. Anyway, push for podiums. This team has become a leading midfield outfit, and they want to continue that and charge forward over the next few seasons. Interesting. This is the team I'm tempted to go with. Perhaps the worst engine in F1, which is quite annoying. Control the midfield. That's what they want to do. And they want showmanship. Red Bull is all about show. So they love that. With a reputation for developing promising drivers and attracting technical expertise, this is a team that expects consistent points. They want to win the midfield battle. The FB almost, I guess, in some ways. With a new big sponsor with ALFA, they want to start getting ahead in that midfield battle at some point. With a lot of help from Ferrari as well, they're really starting to compete. Some very talented drivers, apart from Ericsson. I don't rate him at all. He's a paid driver. Nah, not interested. But anyway, enough of that. So yeah, they want me to just compete, get strong points on a regular basis. That's what they want. Engine from Ferrari. So it's a very good engine. So I'll work on the chassis, and that's pretty much it. Be consistent. Williams at the back of the grid is upsetting. I'm not gonna lie, it's horrible. And in the game, they're right at the back of the grid. They got terrible drivers personally. I don't think the drivers are that great. I know they pay money, but I don't. Yeah, Kubica I think would be a lot better, or Massa. Anyway, that's for another day. This ambitious team, one of the most prestigious names in the sport with a rich history of success, they're now struggling. So they want to start getting some points, going up the grid, through the midfield again, and potentially back to the top. That's a long way away. Got a good engine, but the chassis is shocking. I'm going to go for, I think the predictable one is probably Sauber or McLaren maybe. I want to go with Toro Rosso. I really like the look of the car. The Honda engine I think has potential. Yeah, I think Toro Rosso. Yes. So I think Gasly will be my teammate, I think. I can select. Ooh, yeah, I think Gasly is going to be my teammate. I think that's the right choice. Start Korea. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm worried about the AI. It might own me, but I've not played F1 since like last year, so I'm a bit worried. I am worried, but I do love F1. I want a challenge. I don't want to just be Toro Rosso and somehow win every race. That's not fun, and that's not being realistic. Toro Rosso is one of the last of the midfield.
Thanks for coming by. I'm sure you're very anxious to get out on track. It's taken a lot of effort to get to F1. Congratulations. But the real work starts now. This is
Claire, motorsports journalist. Nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty impressive junior career. How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper interview, shall we? I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team can be affected by what you say to the media, so be careful. Anyway, it's time to catch up with Carl. He's waiting for you in the data center. Good luck out there today.
Lip sync's a little bit off. It didn't quite seem to connect.
Welcome to the data center. Here, we've got access to all kinds of information, including car telemetry, weather, lap times, tyre wear, the list goes on. Plus, we've got a direct link back to the factory, so we're in constant communication with the team there. We need you to regularly feedback about areas of the car that are lacking and help us direct our resources in the most productive way. More effort here equals a quicker car, so it's well worth the effort. Good luck this season. Oh, and make us all look good, okay?
Okay, Mr. Technical Engineer. So we have there's my teammate, by the way.
Welcome to your new team. Toro Rosso are famed for nurturing promising talent and kickstarting the careers of exciting drivers, from Vettel to Sainz to Ricciardo. But they're much more than that. This is a strong team that expects regular points finishes.
So we might have some points available. Got some messages. So this is the team principal. Welcome to the team between yourself and Pierre. I'm sure we can have a fantastic season. My door is always open if you need anything. I want more money. I'm joking. So this, okay. So details: minimum qualifying position, 16th. So that's the goal at the moment. That may change. So Emma sent us an email saying we've got to score 3 points in the championship over the next 2 weeks, and then we get 400 resource points to put towards the car. So that'd be a great thing to do if we can do that. That'd be amazing. Looks like no rain, which is good. A bit of clouds on race day, so the track might be slightly cooler.
Here you can see the pertinent details about your current contract. On one side are the objectives and bonuses that we've negotiated with the team. On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock, your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements.
So, the team likes a showman. No doubt about that. But if we want to move to perhaps Mercedes in the future, we might want to be a sportsman. So it's sort of up to you how you go about your career as a driver, I guess. And there we go. Confirmation of our team goal to get 3 points in the next 2 races. I think that's a fair goal. Yeah, fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect.
Winning is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
I like that. Can we do it right now? Apparently not. Yeah, so there's my helmet. It's a bit Senna-esque, I guess. My number is 99. You can make your driver, by the way. There's loads of different avatars you can pick from. Helmets. You can put your own name into it like I have. It's completely up to you. I've done it before the video. This is what I want to look at. Potentially trying to improve our car for the next weekend.
If it were me, this is probably what I'd invest in.
So we've got 500 points. That would definitely give us a nice boost. Ignition system. So that's all based around power, the power train. Yeah, we got the worst car for that. We lack power. Severe power. We need more. Anything else we can go with? Still got some points to spend, so we're going to work on aerodynamics. So this is going to be a pretty good upgrade. Front wing main plane will take 2 weeks, cost 500 points, and there's a lowdown of our aerodynamics compared to the other teams. So it's a minor upgrade, but it's a good upgrade. So that slight little nudge there. So Haas would still be in front of us. We still got some points to spend. They don't have any recommendations. They're like, nope. Chassis? Could be a good idea. Again, it's still a weak part of the car. This car is not by any means the best car on the grid. Far from it. So this would be wiring loom. So that's weight reduction. We'll go for that as well. 500 points gone. So we're going to focus on every area of the car at the moment. Just trying to improve it. Obviously, once we get further along, points will be a little bit more limited. And then we've got to really think about what we're going to go with. So this is our power units. We have some parts, we've only got 2 or 3 per season. Yep, only 3 different parts for the whole season. There's 21 races. Gearboxes, we only have... It can't be 1, surely. Is it 2? It must be 2, surely. I don't know. But yeah, got to try and manage that as well. There's a lot to think about, which I do like. It's, yeah, definitely more in-depth. Look at those little nudges for the next race. I like that. Moving in the right direction.
Welcome to Melbourne, where the practice session is about to start for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix. The pre-race talking is over. Now it's time for the drivers to show their worth. Anthony Davidson is here as usual to help take us through the action. And Ants, I've seen some questions on social media and other places about this current crop of F1 cars and why they're so much faster now, despite being significantly heavier than the previous generations of machines. Take us through that one.
I'd be happy to, Crofty. And simply put, it's a matter of grip. Now, that comes from 2 sources. You have what we call mechanical grip, which comes from the surface of the tyres sticking to the road. And these tyres are significantly wider now when compared to previous years, so they have the potential for more mechanical grip. Then you have the downforce, of course, which pushes the car into the road as the air moves over it, thus generating grip. And these cars have about 20% more downforce, which is more than enough to overcome the added weight.
I don't like my helmet. I'm like, yep. I don't like it. Look how detailed that wheel is. Oh, I love it. Superb.
In the unforgiving world of Formula 1, free practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programmes, which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car. You'll also be able to adjust your car setup over the course of these sessions to try and find those extra fractions of a second.
Morning, Jeff here. I'm looking forward to working with you as your race engineer. Hope you've had a good night's sleep, because we've got a lot of work to do today to prep for the season ahead. We're ready to fire up the car, so why not head out and get a few laps under your belt? At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete.
Ah, here we go. So this is what we need. This will get us used to the track. Recommended tyres would be the soft compound.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
I'm going to be so rusty. I'm going to be so rusty, but the game looks so good. I hate the halo. It really bothers me, but I'm guessing I'll get used to it eventually.
Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point.
Alright, I think I hit it. Oh, I swear I hit it. I must have hit it too early. So I got green for that. Oh, man. Be so careful on the curbs. Woo! It's crazy. Oh, missed it. Oh, no. I was trying to do it first time. That corner is so hard in this game. Normally it's so easy. Not this time round. Oh man, I am screwing it up. I mean, it is my first lap, but still. Kind of annoying. Getting a couple purples now, but now it's too late. To get the full amount of points, I find it a little bit tricky to manage the steering with the controller. Yeah, it's really hard to manage. I think it might be the curbs. It's really vibrating a lot. I feel like the cornering's a little bit aggressive on the car. So I'm turning right, I'm really turning right. I don't like too much. I want it to be a little bit more sensitive. I had a few corners, but definitely tell I'm a little bit rusty. I'm like Lance Stroll. Right, let's give this another go. We've got the basic score target. I want to get a purple. I agree. Definitely can speed up. Braked a little bit early there. Hit the DRS though. Perfection. Brake. Not surprised I am last. Not surprised at all. Let's try and nail this one. This is when it started to go a little bit wrong. I had to lift there a little bit. Was that a purple? I think it was. That was definitely a purple. That was a green. Damn it! Need more purples. Try. Keep it nice and steady. Like I need more purples if I'm gonna smash the target score and get all the points I need for my car. Not particularly that great. Again, it's a little bit heavy on the steering there. Just be a little bit more careful. There might be a setting for that actually. Definitely a better lap though. I'm not even talking about time, just the way it looks. A bit odd there with the brakes, not really trusting the car. Hit the grass there, sort of skidded a little bit, doing a little bit of drifting. Well, how do we do? 480. I think that's no, I need 15 more points. No. That sucks. Time for some qualifying pace. I would imagine I'm going to struggle with this based off my previous experience. Really going to struggle. I'm praying. We've really got to try and get some points into this car. We need the resource points. I'm not asking for much. Up into rich, hot lap, perfect. Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm already down.
We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Come on, baby. I'm already down. Oh, damn. Burn a nice big hole in those tyres. Going too bad so far. First sector done. It's a pretty good first sector. Keep it going, keep it going. And we can do this. We can do this. This set of corners really does make me panic every time I approach them. Slight lift there. Wait for that little beat, which is the DRS. Let's try and keep it going. Brake fairly late, brakes a bit early. And then sort of hesitated, and that lost me a little bit of time. Come on, Scully, we can do this. Just a bit of time there, apparently. Come on. How have we done? How have we done? Come on. There we go. Woo! Oh, perfect. Really good first sector, and still kept it going. Well done, Toro Rosso. I'm happy with that. Back to the garage. Oh my god, that was hard. That was intense, man. Let's work on ERS management. I've not had much experience with this. Obviously, it's a new feature for the game. So, let's see what happens. Super softs, yes.
This is the ERS management test. Hit the target time whilst managing your battery charge. The more efficiently you use energy throughout the lap, the higher you will score. Remember that you can change your ERS deployment settings via the MFD.
Go to high, and as soon as it starts, turn it down. Turn it down now. Let's see what happens. You can turn it off completely, which sounds a bit crazy. What? Oh, gosh, on the grass. Yeah, well done, Scott. Lost a lot of time there. If you didn't know, F1 cars are not that great on the grass. Just in case you didn't know, before I update you. I'm exactly helping myself, am I? Up to medium for a little bit. Yeah, ERS really does affect the speed of the car, like, honestly. Probably more than fuel, which is crazy. I mean, my lap's not particularly that great, but you really feel it. Really feel it. It's currently in the green. If we can have a good, like, last sector, we can bring that ERS down. Really, yeah, bring it down now. Low. Go into purple. Go on. Do it. Use up all that DRS. Obviously, that's not using the ERS. So that's perfect. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, it's going so well. Go to none. There we go. Woo! We did it. First time. Optimal energy usage.
That lap puts you at the top of the table.
Done. I'm still first, by the way, which is kind of crazy. That lap was like my ultimate lap. That qualifying lap. Anyway, return to the garage, and we'll try and do another program if we can fill it in. Try to get these programs done. I probably won't include most of these in the future. At least, yeah, perhaps some like updates maybe. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Fuel management is normally interesting. Very similar to the last thing we just did, but with fuel. So you can change the fuel to rich, to low, to medium. Do we have enough time for that? It's 3 laps. Probably not enough time right now, to be honest.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session.
I come first.
Here are your top 3.
What?
Scott, Bottas,
Scott.
and Daniel Ricciardo. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
Can I match that lap in qualifying? I don't think I can. The old softs feel great though, like so much grip. You can really push the car. Can I do that again? Probably not. Probably not. Actually smash my teammate though. But we are on the fastest tyre, so.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. It's been a lot of hard work.
Yep.
But here you are making your debut in Formula 1. You must be thrilled.
It's just the beginning. I would like more time to answer the questions.
So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in?
Yeah. I don't get a chance to read the questions.
What are you expecting out of this season? Are you just aiming to find your feet in Formula 1, or do you see something more?
Great. Well, that's everything.
Yeah, they got to improve the time there. Not even have. What's the point in the time actually? Like, don't even have that timer. I can't read all the quotes in time. Not. Yes, not the best. So that's practice 1 done. We done a number of programs, so we got a bit of XP. Very good. So we can put those points into the car. Let's go for fuel management. I'm going to show you guys all of this because it can get a little bit boring. So I'm just going to just show you like little highlights here and there of what's going down.
We're testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Alright, here we go for the last lap. Can we do it?
Okay, you weren't
See what happens.
that lap. Try again.
Sorry. See what happens. See what happens. Good start of the lap. Did a little bit of lift and coasting. Nice. Saved a bit of fuel there. Oh. So hard because you get out of the rhythm once you lift and coast. It's really hard to get back on it. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. Normally you're just going full brim all the way around the track, trying your hardest around every corner. And to lift and coast just feels a bit odd. A bit odd indeed. It does feel really odd. You lose so much time. As well, it's just a bit daunting at times, I don't know. Slightly touch the ball there. Only slightly, it's all good. DRS! I'm about halfway here. If I lift on the home straight, that might be enough. So lift here occasionally, just keep the car rolling. Still got a bit of time here. So if I lift now. Done it. Did it?
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Well, we did it. Right, tyre management. Let's try and manage these tyres. Select flying laps. So I guess this is like not burning the tyres out. Pretty similar to saving fuel. Purple, purple. How can I get purple? It's these really tough corners. Let's try and slow right there. There we go. So tempting just to power through the corners, but you can't. Gotta resist the urge. Resist. Oh, hello. How did that happen? I don't know what I did at that last corner, but I must have completely just not accelerated, and they loved it.
Good job indeed.
Yeah.
We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Did I not do 2 setups as well? I was pretty sure I did. Did I not? Please. We've still got 1 more practice session to go. That is practice 3. But that's definitely done. Let's put to one side. Yeah, we did do that. So we've done 2 different setups. That setup felt... I don't really get time to really push the tyres too much. But it felt fairly interesting. I do need some more top speed. This is the slowest car on the grid.
We're 18th
so
in the speed trap. 152.0 miles per hour.
Very slow, apparently. Where are we? I've not really set a fastest lap as such. 13th. That is not great. It's not great at all. Should we try and do... I'm going to try and do 1 lap. 1 lap. 1 flying lap. There's still 13 minutes remaining. I don't have time for a race strategy, but I'll do that in the next one. Time for a flying lap. I'll let you know how I do after it is done. I really hate this halo. I really don't like it. Well, I beat my lap, but I ruined my first lap. This is the second lap. Not particularly that great, but it will do. 10th place, yeah. That sounds about right, to be honest. We'll turn to the garage and we'll skip to the last practice session, and we might end it there.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Vettel, Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo. That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, they're now in the 126s. Ooh, Hulkenberg got a penalty. Is that going to be for qualifying as well? That's interesting. So what did he do wrong? I think we can actually find out what happened. Oh, collision with Ricciardo. And Vettel got a penalty for corner cutting, but this made the lap invalid. It's time for us to do some race ups. So no particularly like quick times. Trying to be consistent. And yeah, see what the race performance is like. That's our last objective. We've done pretty well. I think we got, was it one? Yeah, one green. I think the rest were purple, so not bad, not bad. So far, I am nailing it, but I am looking at tyre wear, and that front left is looking interesting. So this is pretty much, what's this, 2.5 laps? I think they started on 0. I don't know. The first time I looked at it was halfway through the first lap, and it was already at 17%, so I don't know if the tyres were in good condition or not. I am using DRS, which you may have occasionally during a race, but not all the time, so I'm probably cheating a little bit, hence why I'm up so much. I'm just trying to be consistent, finding out every lap, trying to impress my team principal. Tyre wear now 28%. Be interesting to see after this first 5 laps. Oh, I think I've done it.
Super job so far. We're getting great
I've done it. I'm
Stay
on the
focused.
purple. Should I keep going or should I stop? The test has been complete. You can keep going to gather more intel. Oh, why not? I'm up for that. It's weird that any sort of distraction, you see my driving goes down so much. Like any distraction, me talking, me seeing something that pops up, my engineer saying something, I just tend to just, I'm a typical man. I can't do 2 things at once. It's true, if I just sit here and focus on my driving, I'm so much more consistent. It's interesting though to drive the car, when the tyre wear starts to give up a little bit, it obviously starts to perform not as well, lose a little bit of grip, start to get a little bit more unconfident with the car. But I think we've done the challenge. We should get something like 90 points. So I'll take that. Return to the garage.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Bottas, Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula 1 action very shortly.
I'm beating my teammate on a race setup on a harder compound. Feeling pretty confident. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. That's a good feeling. So what we're gonna do is end this episode here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. That was all of the practice sessions, setting up our driver, selecting our team, upgrading the car for the next race. And yeah, really fun. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.